Hello there, Libra. Michelle B here, and I spread some cards for a reading for you. Particularly this reading is a should I take them back kind of reading, whether you identify as masculine or feminine and whatever the identification of your other person is. I'm going to try to be general about all of that, but it's should I take them back, especially because I feel like there was some kind of third party kind of thing going on in the past. Anyway, if that story resonates with you, Libra, stay tuned, stick around, and make sure and give this reading a thumbs up if you ended up enjoying the advice that you get from the cards here. And if not, Libra, make sure and check out your moon, your rising, your Venus, your Mars on my channel. I post for all the signs of the zodiac regularly, but also there are lots of other tarot readers on YouTube. So make sure and get the advice that you need. And make sure that it's positive advice. Because we don't want to just go like, well, screw them, all the time. It's more like, well, let's just focus on being positive for ourselves. And that's really where I want to go with this, Libra, because it's not about, the question is isn't whether or not you should take them back, because you are not the same person that you were when you were with them before, okay? So first of all, what I always do to start the reading is I always pull an affirmation card so I know which positive direction to take this reading. And then I pull the rest of the cards and I get the rest of the story. And then I'm like, oh, okay. So here's the affirmation that we've got for you, Libra. It's, my thoughts come and go freely. They do not define me. So I feel like, and then I was like, ooh, I need a little bit of clarification on that. Inner demons, Libra is struggling with their thoughts. Like, most of it's just kind of, we can't help ourselves, all right? We're not bad people if we have negative thoughts about ourselves. So it's like this self-deprecating, like, well, I'm not good enough for them. There's got to be a reason. It's got to be whatever it is that whatever reason they're coming back into my life right now. It's not because they love me. It's not because I'm a good person to be with. It's because like they're desperate in some way. Now, these are very subconscious beliefs that you might have about yourself. So you might on the surface be like I deserve way better, right? I've got all these other people that are interested in talking to me. So I deserve way better. But at the same time, you're like, well, maybe I won't be good enough for those people either, and I should just take back this person from before. And why do they even want me? And so your thoughts are like, chick, 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 chick. And it's keeping you up. It's making you a little bit of a nervous wreck. I've definitely got that here. So yeah, I got the heartbreak, got the thinking about what to do next. And the card's like, all right, time to take a break. Give yourself some peace, my dear. Give yourself some peace. This is what to accept going forward, according to the cards. Accept that you're in the middle of something still with this other person, but I feel like you need to come back to the table with a clear mind to negotiate from, and that's in our advice as well, is to be the expert negotiator. This is the Libra card in the archetypal personalities of the tarot. You're being told to come back with your true, strong self. Don't be in a place of anxiety over it. That anxiety can fuel either bitchiness or, being like too short with people. Or it can also, the anxiety can drag out all of our insecurities, and that you don't want to go to the table with a bunch of insecurities either. You want to come to the table from a feeling of peace in your heart to negotiate the terms of the next phase, because I don't feel like this is over. Leaving behind, we have the death card, so that's how I knew there was some kind of a breakup or a split before. It came out in the reverse, okay? It means there was a split, but it may not totally be over. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to be in the same kind of relationship that you were in the past. It just means that it's not over. There's still more closure that needs to be done. And here they come. Here they come, being like, I just love you. Well, I just can't believe I did what I did. I was just such a dum-dum. And you're like, that fucking hurt. Whatever it was, it fucking hurt. All right. So there they come, wanting to talk again to you, wanting to show you a little bit of attention. And you're like, I don't know about this because I can't go through what I went through before. All right. But you have options, my dear. Okay. That's why you can come to the table from a place of peace and quiet, because you know that you're not. You know that you're not desperate. Now let's get back. Let's focus, Michele. Bring it back. What is your concern? You're up late at night, worrying about whether or not you're going to make the right choice. You don't want to lose a beautiful opportunity, and yet you don't want to take something back that hurt like it did before. Okay. So here comes the judgment. Okay. Judgment's coming in, and it's supporting you with your choices. And I love that these swords keep coming up over and over again, because what it comes down to, Libra, is that you know exactly what the right course of action is for you. You already know. And the reason that you're having a hard time and you have to think about it all the time is because there's like some baggage from your childhood where you were told that what you wanted wasn't the right choice. So having your choices undermined, even as a child, is still bringing back that, well, maybe my choice, what I want, isn't the right choice. You know that either you want to go back with them, or, I mean, in a different way, of course, or you want to just not have anything to do with it. You know what the right answer is. So some of you are going to choose to go back to it, and some of you are going to choose to wait for now. So I'm feeling a strong pull from the cards, with these two cards being here. Okay. These two cards being here are saying that you do need to give yourself space no matter what, to reinforce who you are, to give yourself space to learn. You lose yourself so much in relationships that it's hard to tell. The line is blurred between you and your partner. You need to reinforce your individuality, your individual personality, what it is that you want out of life. And the reason that the judgment is here is it's saying that no matter what you choose, you're going to have the same outcome. It's either that you're going to be together or you're not. The outcome is going to be the same. And so if you do choose to take time for yourself, even though your intentions are to be with them, if you take time for yourself, you're not going to lose that opportunity. They're still going to want to talk to you. They're still going to want to be around you. And if you feel like being around them, you can. And if you don't feel like being around them, and you feel like exploring your options, you can do that. Now, what the heck is this? What the heck is this guy all about? The Five of Swords. It's referring to someone taking advantage of someone else. There is a part of you that's worried that it's going to be all or nothing in this relationship, that either you go back all the way and it's going to be the same way that it was before exactly, and they get everything they want, but like you have to sacrifice that in order to not be alone. It's like, I want to be with them, but I'm afraid they're going to take everything. They're going to make it all go back to the way it was, and I can't have that ever again. Or you're afraid that if you go back to them, they're going to take advantage of you. That's those two things are together. I hope that I'm coming across clearly. The main point that the cards want to say is that you need to take some space. It doesn't mean that you can't get back together with them, but you've got to reinforce who you are. Okay, that's the main thing that the cards want you to know. But what is the future? What is the future with that Five of Swords? What are the cards trying to say? It's in the advice. Wow. You see, I remember I said it takes some time to explore your options. It came up reinforced again. You will feel better about getting together with this, and getting back together in this relationship, if you hold out longer exploring your options, okay? Do not commit to anything yet. The cards are very clear about this. Do not commit to anything yet because it would be less likely for you to be taken advantage of if you maintain your right to your own individual life and your own individual opportunities. This breakup had to happen. I'm trying to get the words clearly. It's really hard for me to focus on articulating and hearing at the same time. Where was I? Shit, I lost it. Oh yes, this breakup had to happen. This closure from the former chapter had to happen for you to find your individuality, your balance in the relationship. That's what Libra's karmic thing. That's what they have to do. They have to balance their individual selves with their relationship, their connection with other. And I feel like you gave too much in the relationship before. And the other person, it wasn't your fault that they chose to do what they did, but they were like, well, I don't have to worry about Libra because they're always going to be with me, so I can do whatever I want. And that's why they acted the way that they did. Okay. So this had to happen for your own good. Okay. This breakup had to happen. The universe got involved. They were like, the judgment got involved and was like, I deem this not healthy. Libra is not healthy. They need to readjust to find their footing. That Four of Swords is you getting back into balance. It's the four posts of the foundation, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's coming back into stability with yourself before you try to connect with somebody else. So let's get a little look, because I have a little bit of time, a couple minutes left, my dear. A little bit of a look, a peek going forward. Ooh, the Chariot. You are going to, and Five of Wands. You have some, first of all, with the Five of Wands being here, this is a small side note, you have some shit to sort out for yourself that you need space for that. You need space for that, okay? Some of your own stuff. I think that has a lot to do with those inner demons that are like, but I don't want to be alone. That I'm afraid this cultural narrative that if you're not in a relationship, there's something wrong with you. So there's that you need to face, and there's also just the approval of someone else, being connected with someone else that we lost when we were born. We were at one with our mother when we were in the womb, and then we were disconnected when we came out. And then additionally, we have all this trauma that parents inflict on their children. I'm a mother, I know. That made you feel like it was an attachment issue, where it made you feel like you had to be connected with someone else in order to be whole. And you are whole, even if you're not in a relationship. So these are the kinds of healing, the internal healings that need to happen inside of you. But I also, with this Chariot being here, excuse my itchy nose, it always seems to happen with Libra. Here's you doing your own thing more and more and finding a greater purpose. With the Chariot being here, you're finding a greater purpose outside of your relationships, your romantic relationships, that will keep driving you forward, whether you are in a relationship or not, giving you a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction and contribution, whether you are in a relationship or not. Okay. Being happy in a romantic relationship is going to be dependent, no matter who you're in a relationship with. It will be dependent on your satisfaction with yourself. Okay. Keep working on that. Delay commitment with this person for as long as you can, my dear. And then when it's right, it will be right. You will know that it's right when it's right. Here you are. Now remember, your thoughts, that sword is the sword of thinking, I don't know. Your thoughts are happening, but that does not mean there's something wrong. Okay. You're exactly where you should be right now. So kick back and think, and every time it creeps into your mind whether or not you should commit with someone, think, what can I do to make myself feel good right now? Okay. What can I do to make me feel good right now? And that's not about being connected with someone else. What would I have somebody do for me? Okay, Libra. you loved this reading, give it a thumbs up, please. Make sure and subscribe if you are so inclined. And in the description box below this video, if you love me so much, there's a link to my Instagram. We can be friends if you go follow me over there. Love you. See you later.